Welcome to LinkedIn Life Live. And today we are going to talk about optimizing the LinkedIn mobile app. Yes, there is a LinkedIn mobile app, right, Bryn? And you're going to tell them about one of the greatest features, I think, with the LinkedIn mobile app that you can do.
Yeah, well, first, the mobile app and the desktop have a lot in common, but there are some differentiators that we're going to talk about today. One of them is the ability to send a video message to your first degree connections. And I am completely obsessed with this for lots of reasons. One of them is the percentage of engagement is unbelievable when you send a video message to a connection to re-engage with them or to even welcome them to your network if you accept their connection request or they accept yours. It's very simple to do. When you are on the mobile app and you're on their profile, click the message button, scroll down, click on the plus sign, and it's confusing because there's a little video that's a zoom on that. You don't want to click on that video. Click on the plus sign and the video on the top right and selfie mode and send like a 10-second video. You're not pitching at all. You know, Sally Jo, really great to be connected with you here on LinkedIn. Not sure if you're exploring LinkedIn for social selling, but if you are, I've got lots of free resources. Let me know. I'd be happy to send you a link. And just send that video. People are blown away when they get this video message. Sometimes the reaction is, how did you do that? But a lot of times they'll respond with an audio message, which you can also do on mobile that you can't do on desktop. Lots of great responses from it. So I highly recommend take advantage of this very free and very productive feature, which is LinkedIn video messages. Bob, what do you want to talk about when it comes to mobile versus desktop?
You might have heard that LinkedIn uses an algorithm there that kind of magically determines what we see and what we don't see in our news feeds. Well, it turns out there are two algorithms, one for the desktop and one for mobile. This is important because 57% of LinkedIn's traffic is coming in from mobile, meaning that a lot of people are looking at you on their phones. A couple of the distinctions between desktop and mobile. Number one, if you connect with someone via the LinkedIn mobile app, you'll only see their posts via mobile. But if you engage in a particular post on mobile from that connection, it will then show up on your desktop. Also, the LinkedIn mobile algorithm creates more impact from liking a post while sharing via mobile. Doesn't have any impact. Now, all that being said, commenting on posts is still king no matter where you comment from. So, something worked better in mobile, other things work better on the desktop. Commenting is king no matter where you're doing it from. So one other thing, on the desktop, LinkedIn shows more documents and engagement on posts, while on mobile, we see more polls and videos, but we see fewer external articles, rather. Just to let you know, I can't take credit for any of this extensive research, and all of it comes from our friend Richard van der Bloem, who I think is the expert on LinkedIn's algorithms. Remember that while you should always focus on the quality of your content, you can get even better results by remembering what you can specifically do with mobile if you know how to use it. And next, we're going to go to Sally Jo.
Speaking of communicating on mobile and making sure you get it right, have you ever been on mobile app and you go to send a message on LinkedIn and all of a sudden it says, I'm sorry, I'm in a meeting right now. It does that auto text.
Anywhere on mobile.
Anywhere, yeah. Right. And it's frustrating, right? To combat that, there's an app called a text replacement app. It comes included with Androids and Apples. So it's there already. But let's light it up because it really makes a lot of sense when you're using it. It allows you to create short codes, right, that lead to introductory paragraphs. You can have links there. You can have all kinds of information. And it allows you to make sure that you communicate more effectively and easily using your phone, because a lot of people get frustrated. And it also will eventually save you time. And the biggest thing is that miscommunication. So I highly recommend that you go and investigate that and see how you can use it yourself. I'm sure you'll find lots of good ways.
I use it 20 times, 100 times a week, easily. And mostly when I accept a new connection request, I have my +W, that's my welcome message, right? And so I'm using this text replacement. I think it probably saves me 3-4 hours a week.
And one of the great places where you can use text replacement is to send a message to connect with someone. So, there's the 10 commandments, and then there's the social sales link commandments. And number 1 in social sales link is thou shalt not send a connection request without a personal message, right? Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. Bryn started out by saying that there's a lot of similarities with LinkedIn desktop and mobile, but then there's the differences. It's kind of like my wife and I. My wife and I are alike in a lot of ways. It's the differences that are important. And so there are some real big differences, especially when it comes to connecting with people on LinkedIn when you're using the mobile app. So if you remember, we tell you on the desktop to always connect from their profile. You go to their profile, you click the connect button. It brings up a box that says add a personal message. You add a personal message. Here's the thing. In the mobile app, if you click that connect button on their profile, it's just going to send a generic connection request. Don't do that. What you want to do from their profile on the mobile app is click the more button. There's a drop down and there'll be personalized invite. You click that and that allows you to send a message. And then if you're using short codes, like mine is +I for invitation or INV, it will put in the invitation of, hi, Bryn, I noticed that we have much in common, or thank you for the engagement on my posts here on LinkedIn. It'd be great to have you as part of my network here on LinkedIn. Take a look at mine, and if you think that makes sense, please accept. Best bill, boom. Rather than typing all that out with and I don't have fat fingers, but I have trouble typing. I don't know how people with big fingers do it. You can do it with the text replacement, which works really well. But the most important thing is understanding that when you're visiting someone's profile to connect with them, you have to hit that more button, the drop down, and then you have to send the personal invite. Here's the funny thing. Let's say you forget to do it and you click and you hit that connect button and it sends the invitation. You can still click see more, the more button, and send the personal invite. Sorry, I forgot to send this. Here you go. So those are a few of the nuances of the mobile app. And I think Bryn has one more to throw in.
Stories. And stories are a big part of mobile that are not available on desktop.
Right. You can only do them on mobile.
It's been rolling out, is kind of a sleeper. And I think, that's a completely different, to Bob's point, algorithm. Even in the people that are seeing your newsfeed, whether it's mobile or desktop, there are even different people that are seeing your stories. So take advantage of them. There's some good, bad, and ugly around stories. The good is you're getting a lot of new views from people that may not have seen you otherwise. You can actually, if you've set it up right where you have so many connections and you have the follow set, you can actually add in a link into a swipe up link into your stories. So there are a lot of really powerful tools inside of stories. And you get to see, unless they've blocked themselves in their own settings, you get to see everyone that's viewing your story. And if they're a first degree connection, there's an immediate little click to send a message. Here's the negative. In 24 hours, that data is gone forever. So you have to be ready to act upon that. I've put out a lot of stories and I've missed my window. Be very purposeful if you're going to use stories to make sure that you're ready to respond, whether it's connecting with people that viewed your story or sending a message to them that's relevant. If you liked this, you may get more value from this, right? Let me know. I'm happy to send you a link to something else related to whatever that story was. But take advantage of stories, and that is only available on mobile.